Hello there, my dear friends. Life truly has a way of testing each and every one of us daily. Some challenges arrive so quietly, like a slow leak, silently draining our energy without us even noticing, while others hit us with their full force, demanding that we respond or face the consequences head on. But one thing remains absolutely certain. The moment we stop improving ourselves, we begin to fall behind. Improvement, you see, is not a one-time event. It is a daily commitment, a personal choice to be better than we were just yesterday. You, my friend, are the only person responsible for your own growth. No one else can do it for you. So, commit to daily personal growth. This is the true foundation of a life well and beautifully lived. Many of us mistakenly think that growth happens in big, dramatic leaps through some sudden events or extraordinary opportunities that just happen to come our way. In reality, it is the small, consistent actions that shape a person over time. Every single day, you have a simple choice to improve or to remain exactly the same. Every day presents a new chance to take one single step forward, to become a little better than you were just yesterday. Commitment means showing up, even when you don't feel motivated or ready. It means choosing progress over comfort, persistence over procrastination, and action over excuses. Personal growth is not reserved for those with luck or some special innate talent. It is available to every woman who decides to pursue it seriously and with all her heart. Growth requires self-awareness. You must understand where you are right now, where you want to go, and what specific steps are necessary to get you there. Without awareness, improvement is random and inefficient. So take some time to reflect daily on your actions, your habits, and your decisions. Identify areas where you know you can do better, and then create a clear, actionable plan to improve. This plan doesn't need to be complicated at all, but it must be consistent. Even the smallest habits, repeated daily, will compound into significant results over months and years. Growth also requires discipline. Talent alone is simply not enough. Many women have great potential but fail to achieve it because they never commit to a disciplined routine of improvement. Discipline is about doing what you know needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's choosing the harder path today to make your tomorrow so much easier. Commit to learning something new each day, even if it is a single new idea, a page from a book, or a new skill practiced for just 15 minutes. These small, deliberate actions add up over time and completely transform your capabilities. Another absolutely critical part of commitment is patience. Personal growth does not happen overnight. It is so easy to get discouraged when the results are slow or seem invisible. The key is to trust the process fully. Focus on consistent action rather than on an immediate reward. Over time, the compounding effect of your daily improvement becomes undeniable. Accountability strengthens your commitment. Share your goals with someone who will hold you responsible, or create a tracking system for yourself. When you measure your progress and reflect on your efforts, you reinforce the habit of growth. Surround yourself with people who truly support and encourage your development. The environment in which you operate significantly affects your ability to grow. Being around other women who are committed to their own improvement will inspire you to raise your own standards and will naturally push you forward. Personal growth is not only about skills or knowledge. It also includes character, mindset, and emotional intelligence. Improving yourself means becoming more patient, more disciplined, more empathetic, and more resilient. Each small improvement in your character compounds into a stronger foundation for success in life. Commitment to personal growth is a lifelong decision. There is no final point where growth ever ends. Life constantly presents us with new challenges, new roles, and new responsibilities. By committing to daily improvement, you ensure that you are always prepared to meet the demands of life and to seize opportunities when they arise. Daily commitment to growth is the one choice that guarantees progress, strength, and the ability to achieve your goals. It is the cornerstone of a life that never settles, a life that constantly rises, and a life that truly fulfills its potential. Measure yourself against your past, not against others. One of the biggest traps we fall into is constantly comparing ourselves with other women. Social media, casual conversations, and even our workplaces can make it feel like everyone else is ahead, more talented, or just luckier. But the truth is, measuring yourself against others only steals your focus and your energy. Your journey is uniquely yours, and your progress should be judged by your own standards, your own history, and your own personal growth. Comparison creates frustration and jealousy. It makes you forget how far you have already come and blinds you to the opportunities for improvement that are right in front of you. Instead, look back at where you were a week ago, a month ago, or even a year ago. Ask yourself, am I closer to my goals than I was before? Am I stronger, wiser, or more disciplined than I used to be? Personal measurement is about being honest with yourself. It requires deep reflection and self-assessment. Take time to write down your accomplishments, no matter how small. Recognize the progress you have made, even if it seems insignificant. These small victories are the building blocks of bigger success, and acknowledging them keeps you motivated to continue moving forward. Every woman moves at her own pace. What one person achieves in a month, another may take a year to achieve. That's the natural rhythm of life. Growth is not a race, it is a continuous process. When you compare yourself to others, you often set unrealistic expectations and feel pressure to keep up. This pressure can lead to stress, discouragement, and even giving up entirely. By focusing on your own past performance, you take control of your mindset. You define what success looks like for you and measure your progress based on your own capabilities and circumstances. Measuring against yourself also encourages incremental improvement. Look at the areas where you struggled previously and identify small, actionable steps to do better this time. If you are inconsistent in a habit, focus on being consistent today. If you lacked knowledge in a certain area, dedicate some time to learning now. Every step you take forward builds on the steps you have already taken. Accountability is crucial. Keep a journal, a planner, or even a simple checklist of your goals and achievements. Track your performance honestly, noting where you succeeded and where you fell short. Reflection allows you to correct your course without judgment or blame. Keep your eyes on long-term improvement rather than short-term comparison. Celebrating your personal milestones truly matters. When you reach a target, no matter how small, acknowledge it. Reward yourself for growth that is real and tangible. This reinforces the habit of self-measurement and strengthens your commitment to continuous improvement. Surround yourself with people who respect individual progress. Avoid being influenced by those who define success only by status, wealth, or public recognition. Instead, be inspired by those who focus on their own journey and who strive to be better than they were yesterday. Understanding that life is a marathon, not a sprint, is absolutely vital. Your progress may be slow at times, but as long as you are moving forward compared to your past self, you are on the right path. Growth is about cumulative effort, daily actions, and true persistence. Measuring against your past helps you see patterns, recognize improvements, and learn from mistakes. It turns failures into valuable lessons and victories into motivation for the next step. By keeping the focus on yourself, you create a mindset that is independent, resilient, and determined. You become less affected by envy, less distracted by other women's achievements, and more committed to your personal journey. In the end, the only person you need to surpass is the woman you were yesterday. Measuring yourself against your past is the key to long-term growth, self-confidence, and consistent progress because it anchors your improvement in reality, not in the illusion of comparison and it keeps you moving steadily toward your goals. Embrace discomfort as a sign of progress. Many of us avoid discomfort because it feels unpleasant, challenging, or even frightening. But the truth is, discomfort is a natural and necessary part of growth. Whenever you step outside of your comfort zone, you encounter situations that test your abilities, your patience, and your mindset. These situations may make you feel nervous, uneasy, or even scared, but they are exactly the moments that push you forward. Growth never happens in ease and comfort. When everything is smooth and effortless, you are simply maintaining what you already know. True improvement requires effort, struggle, and a willingness to face challenges that stretch your limits. Discomfort signals that you are doing something new, something that your mind and body are not yet fully accustomed to. This is where real learning takes place. The moments when you feel awkward, uncertain, or stressed are the very same moments when you are reshaping your skills, your habits, and your perspective. Avoiding discomfort may bring you temporary relief, but it also keeps you trapped in the same place, unable to achieve the potential that exists so beautifully within you. The key is to recognize discomfort not as a threat, but as a signpost. It tells you that you are moving toward growth, that you are stretching beyond your familiar boundaries, and that you are challenging yourself in meaningful ways. Embracing discomfort requires courage and a mindset shift. You must shift your thinking from avoidance to acceptance. Instead of asking, why is this so difficult? Ask, what can I learn from this challenge? Instead of shrinking back, ask, how can I face this head on? Each time you tolerate the unease, you strengthen your resilience and your capacity for future challenges. Small steps into discomfort will accumulate into significant progress. You may start by trying new tasks, having difficult conversations, or taking on responsibilities that feel intimidating. Each experience may be uncomfortable at first, but over time, your confidence grows, and tasks that once felt difficult become so much more manageable. Failure often accompanies discomfort, and that is another reason we avoid it. We fear making mistakes or looking foolish, but mistakes are not signs of weakness. They are signs that you are actively learning and testing your limits. Each mistake teaches you something valuable about yourself, your skills, or your approach. By embracing discomfort, you learn to separate temporary pain from permanent failure. Discipline is built through these uncomfortable experiences. Showing up consistently, even when things feel hard, trains your mind and body to handle pressure, uncertainty, and stress. This discipline then carries over into every area of your life, making challenges less intimidating and success more achievable. Surrounding yourself with people who respect discomfort can also help. Find mentors, friends, or colleagues who push themselves and who see the value in facing challenges. Their examples will reinforce that discomfort is not something to avoid, but something to pursue if you want to grow. Reflection is important too. After enduring discomfort, take time to assess what you have learned and how you have improved. Notice the skills you have gained, the confidence you have built, and the resilience you have strengthened. This reflection makes the discomfort worthwhile and motivates you to continue seeking growth opportunities. Ultimately, embracing discomfort is a mindset choice. It is the decision to view a challenge not as a setback, but as a stepping stone toward your full potential. It is understanding that progress is rarely comfortable, and that the things that scare you or make you uneasy are often the very things that will lead to the most meaningful improvement. Life rewards those who are willing to face discomfort with determination, persistence, and curiosity, because in every uncomfortable moment lies a lesson, a skill, or an opportunity that moves you closer to becoming the very best version of yourself. Discomfort is the signal that you are alive, growing, and improving. And by leaning into it rather than fleeing from it, you create momentum that compounds over time, shaping your character, your abilities, and your future in ways that comfort never could. Building habits that support growth is one of the most powerful ways to improve yourself over time. Habits are the small, repeated actions that compound to create results far greater than any single effort. The truth is, success and personal development are not achieved in sudden bursts, but in the consistency of daily actions. Every day, the choices you make and the routines you follow shape your future, whether you realize it or not. When you create habits that align with your goals, you set up an automatic system for growth that doesn't rely solely on motivation or willpower. Motivation comes and goes, and willpower can be drained. But habits, once established, continue to push you forward without constant conscious effort. The key to building effective habits is to start small. Attempting to make drastic changes all at once often leads to failure because it overwhelms your mind and body. Instead, focus on tiny actions that are easy to maintain consistently. For example, if you want to become healthier, start by walking for just 10 minutes a day, drinking a little more water, or gradually reducing your sugar intake. If you want to improve your knowledge, commit to reading a few pages each day or listening to a short educational podcast. These small actions seem insignificant at first, but when repeated consistently, they compound into massive improvement over weeks, months, and years. Another important aspect of habit building is creating an environment that supports the actions you want to take. Your surroundings, the people you spend time with, and the cues in your daily life all influence your behavior. By organizing your environment to make positive habits easy and negative habits difficult, you dramatically increase your chances of success. For instance, if you want to write daily, keep your notebook or computer ready and visible. If you want to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with nutritious options and remove temptations. Accountability also plays a crucial role in reinforcing habits. Share your goals with someone you trust. Join a group with similar ambitions, or use a tracking system to monitor your progress. Accountability creates external pressure to stay consistent, and it also provides encouragement and feedback when you face challenges. Habit building requires patience and self-compassion. You will face setbacks, you'll miss days, or you'll struggle with consistency. But these moments do not define your journey. Instead of giving up, recognize that each new day is an opportunity to start again. Habits are strengthened through repetition, reflection, and adjustment, not through perfection. It is also so important to align your habits with your personal values and your long-term vision. Habits that are disconnected from your purpose will be hard to maintain because they lack meaning. When your actions reflect who you want to become and what you truly value, they become easier to follow and so much more rewarding. Reflection and review are key to habit development. Periodically assess whether your habits are producing the desired results. Identify what works, what doesn't, and make adjustments as needed. Growth-oriented habits evolve as you evolve, and flexibility allows you to refine your routines to maximize their effectiveness. Ultimately, building habits that support growth transforms your life from reactive to intentional. You no longer rely on random inspiration or external circumstances to make progress. Instead, you create a system that consistently moves you toward your goals. Habits are the building blocks of character, skills, and success. They allow you to improve steadily, weather challenges, and maintain progress even during difficult times. The focus on small, meaningful, repeated actions ensures that your personal development is not left to chance, but is guided by a conscious and deliberate process that compounds over time, producing results far greater than what effort alone could achieve. By committing to build and maintain habits that serve your growth, you invest in yourself every single day, creating momentum that eventually shapes your abilities, your mindset, and your life in ways that are sustainable, meaningful, and aligned with the woman you aspire to become, seeking feedback and learning from others is one of the most effective ways to accelerate personal growth. No matter how talented or knowledgeable you are, there is always someone who can offer a perspective or an insight that you might not have considered. Feedback is essentially a mirror that reflects your actions, habits, and decisions back to you, helping you understand where you are strong and where you need improvement. Many women avoid feedback because they fear criticism or feel defensive. But those who embrace it gain a significant advantage. Learning to receive feedback with an open mind and a humble attitude is a skill that can truly transform your life. When you actively seek feedback, you show a willingness to grow and a commitment to excellence. You see, this mindset allows us to identify our own blind spots and correct mistakes before they can ever become bad habits. Feedback can come from so many different sources: mentors, peers, supervisors, clients, friends, and even complete strangers. Each one of them has a unique perspective that can shed light on aspects of our performance or our behavior that we might have completely overlooked. The key is to listen carefully, without judgment, and to focus on truly understanding the feedback, rather than just reacting emotionally. Feedback is most valuable when it is specific, actionable, and delivered constructively. Instead of vague statements like, "You need to improve," seek precise guidance on what can be changed, how it can be improved, and what the expected results are. This clarity allows you to implement changes effectively and measure your progress over time. Equally important is learning from others beyond just formal feedback. Observe how successful people handle challenges, make decisions, and maintain their discipline. Study their habits, their routines, their communication styles, and their problem-solving approaches. While you should never blindly copy someone else, you can absolutely adapt strategies that resonate with your own goals and values. Surrounding yourself with people who are smarter, more experienced, or more skilled than you is another form of indirect feedback. Their very presence challenges you to elevate your own performance and adopt higher standards. Collaboration and open dialogue with such individuals provide insights that accelerate your learning curve and help you avoid common mistakes. Asking questions is a powerful tool for learning from others. Don't ever assume you already know everything, or that seeking help is a sign of weakness. Curiosity and a genuine interest in understanding different perspectives lead to new ideas and better solutions. Learning from failure is another critical component of feedback. Every mistake, setback, or piece of criticism contains a lesson that can guide your future actions. By reflecting on what went wrong, what could have been done differently, and how to prevent similar outcomes, you turn challenges into stepping stones rather than just obstacles. Developing a feedback-oriented mindset requires humility, patience, and persistence. You must be willing to accept that you don't have all the answers and that improvement is a continuous process. Sometimes, feedback will be uncomfortable, and other times, it will challenge your ego. But these moments are precisely when real growth occurs. It is also crucial to act on the feedback you receive. Gathering feedback without making changes is completely meaningless. Implementing small adjustments consistently over time will compound into significant improvement. Celebrate your progress, however small, and use each piece of feedback as a new opportunity to refine your skills, your mindset, and your approach. Remember that learning from others is not a one-time event, but a lifelong practice. No matter how much you achieve, there is always more to learn. Remaining open to guidance keeps you adaptable, humble, and resilient. Feedback and learning create a cycle of continuous development where every interaction becomes an opportunity to grow, expand your knowledge, and enhance your abilities, ultimately shaping you into a more effective, capable,